Look at him. Look how small the phone is in his hands. Looks like an iPod mini.
No, he's Mexican. Look at him. You're in Mexico, no? Barriga. What's up, Barriga?
Cinco de Mayo.
Barriga. Look at Barriga right here. Look at Bruce. This is for Bruce. Yeah.
Those are some nasty clamps.
It's that good shit right here. That shit right here. G Money on the camera. Barrigas. Barrigas. You filming me, Barrigas?
Look at Robin Big. Robin Big. You make him look so small.
I want to try to
This is the first time I've ever seen him put anything on the bar. Look at him.
Calm down, Kino.
Look at him.
Barrigas, calm down.
Built. Built. Look at the twins. Look at the twins. Screenshot this. I feel bad for that bench right there.
This world is my contraption. I was born and raised in the trap, son. Toxic, get kidnapped, son. I don't really know why. Money in the bank, yeah, I got some. Ay, come on, sports car, yeah, I bought some. Ay, that's another flex, probably get it done. Ay, yeah. This is gangsta music. This is gangsta music. This is gangsta music.
You want me to take your time?
Yeah, all you hate, would you sneak this? Sneak this! It's gonna get you bow on your face. You hate it and you know it. Y'all non-rapping at 'em. I'd rather listen to your instrumentals. This is hustling music. This is hustling music. This is hustling music. This is hustling music. By 18 the hard way, I have a humble think about gunplay. Now who the wanna play with guns? A lot of blood, dog, ain't fun. So I suggest you don't play with my chain. I see these hollers that you let play with your brain. The streets is wide, the name is warm. The blood is white, the stars born. And I'm so fly, take this back. Born in it, not sworn in it. You can go against it.
Okay, USA. You ever seen it? We're back down.
What are you guys doing for your national holiday this weekend?
Okay, USA. Okay, USA. Chino Grande.
One more time, one more time.
Good on me. Like cool guy. Run up with smack, blue, couldn't see me now. No, this whole mouth was whole, real man was bigger. Bossing up and all dog, not me. Plus I ever been in commercials when I watch TV. Everybody know I rep these streets fake. Every time I do what I do it for my hood. Every time I do it. Russell Road, you the one get my sound right. My money come fast, so that's how I spend it. Trump sounded like he got a marching band. You ain't right. Big stacks, yeah, I got that. That's why I caught that Chris by the 6-pack. Got the headlines ringing, telephone. Snitches want me locked up like Akon. to the script. Hey, what it do? What the business is? Word on the streets, he's an older him. Come on, man. Go better. Let me talk to him. Get your mind right. Let me talk to him. What it do? What the business is? Word on the
Let's go, Pitt.
Come on, Pitt. Take your time, dog.
Get your mind right.
You got this, bitch, homie. You got this, bitch.
Get your mind right. Let me talk to him.
You got it, homie. There you go. Clean. Shit, homie. Good shit.
Or a bag full of crap and duct tape between some dirty clothes.
Come on, bro.
I talked to him the right way. He told me slow it down. And have a nice day. You can do your thing. Sorry, it's okay to flow, but it's still one.
Come on, bro.
Everything you gained, dog, everything you lost, but it's still one rule, baby. You hit, dog, and never.
Come on, bro.
Still one rule, player. You ride clean, shout it, you ain't gotta walk, but it's still one rule, player.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
But I congratulate not player. You in the street, baby, make your move. Hustle gets mine. When I count that game, give me the spread, give me the bag. Give me the spread, give me the cash. That's what the fuck call it.
Say you coming to get it, then call them minutes later. Tell us you're not, I'm in music. Come on, bro. Let's go, Bruce. Some lady in the corner watching us while she
Today was our last heavy squat day. Actually, it wasn't my heaviest today, but it was what, my opener?
Yeah, opener.
Opener today. 843 or 843.
837.
837 is what I squatted today. Felt good. What was our goal today? Like to sink it?
Yeah, so it was more technique, getting the reps solidified, making sure that we know where depth is. Just because we've been doing reps for maybe 6 weeks now, and then it's kind of inconsistent with how deep we are. So just making sure that we know that it's past that 90-degree level and that hip is below that knee. Because at the current open, all big competitions, nationals, worlds, they're super strict on depth. So we want to make sure that we're not going to leave it up for the judges and have any type of opinion about it. So because they'll dig us down every chance they got. So that's kind of what today was for Big Boy. Kind of same thing with Pitbull. The thing about peaking is that everybody's different. Everybody peaks different because everyone gets a different amount of sleep. They eat differently, resting wise. So my job becomes hard because I gotta identify certain things and make sure that they're not overtraining, or I gotta make sure they're peaked correctly. So Pitbull was supposed to actually go higher today, but just the way he warmed up and the way he was looking with the barbell on his back, I cut it back, and then I had him hit something higher than his opener, so it's a stepping stone for him to hit something big in a week and a half. And then that leads up to Bruce, so same thing with him. He hasn't tapped his true potential in terms of how strong he is and how big his body is in terms of how much weight he can handle. So today was an aggressive day for him, so he worked up to like a 1 rep max, which was 740, which is a massive PR for him. Huge, like his body. And so that's 740 is almost like a 140-pound PR for him in the last like 12 weeks.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so just him going into that will make sure that he peaked correctly in about a week and a half.
Hell yeah, so it was a good session. Everyone got it in and looking real strong. Everyone's coming in confident for the US Open, and that's a big factor in this game, because once you lose confidence in yourself, that's when you obviously doubt yourself, you get hurt, you miss lifts, and the mind is the crazy thing. If your mind thinks you can do it, you're gonna do that shit. If it thinks it can't, then shit, you're fucked. So anyways, you guys always ask in the comments, and I told you I'll bring it to you. But you guys always like try to clown and say, why is Bruce always crying, or why is Bruce so emotional? And I've told you myself, shit, I don't know. So I'm gonna hear it for the first time. Chris might know.
I might know a little
but
bit.
I've never heard it. So shit, I'm interested. So go ahead, Bruce. Tell us why you're so emotional and.
Yeah. So for the most part, like my upbringing, my grandparents, like I was sheltered. I was really baby. I wouldn't say like I toughened up until like high school and college at times. So naturally, I was just already like an emotional kind of guy. So when it came to lifting, I put myself in a mind state to where, you know, I bring back the pain and all the things that's happened in my life. You know, I tap that in because once I turn that switch where the tears fall, people, you know, like you guys might think it's a sign of weakness, but that's when I'm at my strongest, because I will do anything to finish the rep. I trick myself, like when he says like, you know, mindset, you know, if you think you're gonna hit it, you're gonna hit it. That's the kind of thing I do with when I do my top sets and stuff, especially when the weights get really heavy, is I go back to a time in my life where it was really dark, and I imagine myself hitting this rep as if like everything's gonna be okay. So like losing someone that you're really close to, all those things that like might be digged in, you know, and you never want to show. You know what I mean? Like naturally for me, outside the gym, you know, I'm not really like crying all the damn time like you guys might think. But like when it comes to the weights, like for me, it was more of an outlet, you know, like therapy. Like, you know, I've had a dark past, like, you know, it's like nothing to joke about, but you know, like suicide is a real thing. So it's like, that was one thing that really hit me deep, was like hearing people that, you know, that gave up. Like that's the real message behind never give up. Like everything you do. So for me, that's why I turned that switch, is because I'll do anything to see my loved ones come back. I'll do anything to make sure anyone that's watching my video, that they make sure they don't give up. So
And
that's why.
It's been a work in progress too, because when I first started coaching him, it's I was raised in a way that like you don't show emotion. Like it just, you got hit. If you cried, you got fucked up in my household. So like when I saw it, like as an immature coach, I wanted to stop that. Like, and I wanted to like kind of hone in on that and then kind of make him stop doing it. So when I did it, it kind of hindered him. It was a good learning process for me and him. But you saw that he was able to work on his technique more, and I let him bring back the emotion. But then that edge wasn't there because I was kind of stripping him of his superpowers. So as I matured as a coach, as he matured as an athlete, I let him start letting it go a little bit more, but I always remind him, a technique, like perfect rep. When you let it go, perfect rep. So you kind of see over the past, like you see people comment now, like, damn, Bruce's technique's getting a lot better. It's because of those little things that we did that people didn't see, that like, those talks that we had. But yeah, I mean, that shit's not a show. I mean, me and Bruce have had talks at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, him just breaking down, wanting to give up. Like, that shit's a real thing, and depression's the real thing, and suicide's a real thing, even though you see what Avicii just killed himself, so it's a real thing. So whatever you going through, like find some type of avenue, whether it's lifting or talking to somebody or calling somebody, like that shit's real. Because who knows what happened to Bruce if me, Gino, Big Boy, Pitbull weren't here to like, you know, be his avenue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a real thing, it's a disease.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so there you have it. I was just gonna add a little thing in on the Bruce being emotional too. Like when I first met Bruce, I would trip out, you know, because I've never seen that before. And I would talk to Chris and even try to tell Bruce, like, hold that emotion inside, because I know for my own self, whether it was in football or anything that I did, I would always be like calm and collected, because for me, like, I like to store my energy for that lift, you know, because I felt like if I was to scream or yell or things like that, like I felt like I would lose power. So I'm like quiet, and then when I get under the bar, I'll explode. So I try to like talk to Chris and Bruce about that, but I mean, that's the way Bruce is. Like Bruce is you know, everyone's different for sure, but Bruce is definitely very different from me, because he needs that, you know what I mean? I've discovered and learned that, just like Chris, like he needs to get that way to unlock his power and you know, aggression and strength. He needs that for his lift. I don't, Chris doesn't, but Bruce does, so we're not gonna tell him not to do it. And shit has been working, you know what I mean? So definitely not gonna change that shit. But Yeah, so whatever you guys do, whatever your like ritual before your lift, you know, get it on. Fuck what people think, you know. Just make sure it's genuine and it really is gonna benefit you and not hinder you. Cause I wouldn't tell someone, you know, do like Bruce and then you're gonna live shitty. But if that's really you, then hey, rep you know, get that money. But anyways, comment down below if you want to know anything else about Bruce or Chris or myself, and we'll try to touch over it. But anyways, heavy hitters, appreciate you guys watching us day in, day out, and grinding, riding with us, and let's keep banging that weight. Let's get it.